Whoa! Okay, that's terrifying. That's dangerous. That's just flame
bring it down.
suspended above us.
Yeah, we got a big hole in the side now, but look at that.
Yeah.
That was so immediate.
God, I'm so happy we did this. This sounded so silly and trivial on paper, but it's awesome. What's that, little Brian? You said this episode's brought to you by Squarespace? That people should head on over to squarespace.com/rogue, spell it right, R-O-G-U-E? That I should bring even more caffeinated energy to the ad read? You got it, little Brian. You got it. On the back of comic book pages, they would have all the little tiny classifieds, you know, X-ray specs and the whole 9 yards.
Sure, and like the fake dog turds and stuff like that.
Yeah. Love it. Love all of that stuff. Spent all my birthday money on it. Had the disappointment, you know, ventriloquist, do whatever. It's a pamphlet with a little doll or whatever.
An army of sea monkeys in your childhood home.
Yes, but there was one where it showed a kid in a yard and it says UFO and it says 50 feet. And even as a kid, I knew enough to be cynical to think like 50 feet. They can't say 50 feet unless it's actually 50 feet. And this giant black UFO over it, and the kids are all amazed and stuff. And it was only like $6. And I'm like, you know what? I'll bite. I'm here for your giant black UFO. Do you know what it was?
Plastic hot air balloon?
It was a giant, super thin plastic bag.
Yeah.
And by God, it was 50 feet long in the backyard, all the way from over there. Walk on out. And then capture all that air, tie it off. And then the heat from the sunlight, it actually effing delivered. It really did exactly what it said. And now we're actually doing it.
Yes, so this is something that I've heard called the sky jellyfish before.
The sky jellyfish?
The sky jellyfish, because it looks like a giant, weird jellyfish in the sky. But I first heard about it from my grandpa, who was in the Marines during the Second World War. And apparently where he was stationed for a while was like multiple stories. And he liked to play pranks on people. And so he would take a dry cleaning bag that his uniform had been dried in and put a little candle and some sticks and make a hot air balloon out of these clear plastic bags. But at night, it would rise up and it would glow because of that flame, and everyone on the top floors thought it was a ghost.
So the whole translucent bag would be volumetric, like a funeral candle.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something.
We're just making a hot air balloon, really.
Yeah.
But we're gonna, you know, do it ourselves. It's gonna look really cool and ethereal.
I've
and
never, ever seen this. But I understand the concept. Heat rises. It's already like 68 degrees and dropping in here.
Yes, I'm really hopeful that means that by we're going to have even more effective lift from our balloon because we're going to have more of a heat differential between the two.
So the version of the fire kite that I had heard of, it was just up and away and good luck. But then you pointed out a little detail that it's called a fire kite.
Yeah, apparently there's enough lift with because you've got so much air. It's a big bag, right, holding the air. You've got enough lift that you can tether it and you can fly it around. And then when you're done, you can bring it back down and not have it blow away and be a risk factor.
So, and this is regular kite string. I got to admit, all of this is very heavy, and it's hard for me to believe that it's going to be able to lift all of this, which makes me think it's going to self-regulate, where it's like it'll take as much string as it can offset with its lift, and no more.
And just like full-size hot air balloons, weight control is going to be the name of the game.
I think it'll be like one of those Mylar balloons on day 3 or 4. When for some reason it doesn't go all the way up nor all the way down, but instead like the wind blows it and it's like all of a sudden a protocol droid is floating by you or something.
I'm also hoping that it kind of does that, right? Because I love the idea of people thinking this is some sort of floating, you know, ethereal spirit thing. The idea that it's kind of just creepily drifting about at neutral buoyancy, I think is really cool.
Okay, so I assume, did you get a lot of dry cleaning done? What do we have?
Well, yeah, I bought 100 of the biggest dry cleaning bags I could find. It cost me about $6.
Okay,
So yeah, we're just gonna, no one told me it wasn't a toy.
Pixelate that. Okay, so I assume part of the reason that we want this is because there's a lot more volume than you would expect.
Yeah.
And assuming, let's say, you know, a 3-degree differential, there's a bit of lift, then turbulence down here is gonna have to work really hard to get any of the hot air out from here.
Exactly, yeah, we're gonna kind of trap it, just like a pair of pants on a hot day. So we have to build some sort of brace at the bottom that's gonna kind of keep it open so that way we don't catch it on fire whilst we're putting heat in it.
Yep.
And I kind of have two approaches. I'd like your opinion. One, we could take this as balsa wood, right? Super lightweight. They use it for making model airplanes. And we can make sort of like a cross shape that's about the same size as that opening.
Yeah.
And then we can have our little pocket of fuel in the center.
The pocket of fuel, do we even need a container? Like if it's a gelatinous fuel, we could just like kind of put a piece of, well, but then it'll burn.
Yeah, and even the gel fuel will start to kind of melt when it heats up.
Okay.
Because it's just basically solid methanol.
Okay.
And if it starts to, get warm and everything, then we're going to be raining fire.
I had a good idea, but then I was like,
So the other thing we could do for that base is I've got this piano wire, which is really thin.
Wait, do they have different wires for different keys of the piano?
Yeah.
Every one is different? They have 88 different, what note is this?
I think it's in blocks. I have no idea what note it is.
It'll be closer to like in a guitar.
Yes.
Where you got one type of string for the top two.
Yep.
Or the bottom two.
To me, it's just tempered steel in specified diameters, but it's nice and lightweight, nice and rigid. So if we could do something like that, then we have an opening that we can tape our balloon to, and then we can suspend a cradle of fuel underneath it.
So in that case, we could we could use our old friend Pi. Old Pi.
I think we could go even easier than that. So if you make a loop in your hand of that wire that's smaller than the diameter, right?
Okay.
So have it loop over
Yeah, that'd be about right. Yeah.
like that, put it inside, and then expand it out inside the neck of the bag.
Okay, so I'm weaving these two together like that. And then I feel like this is going to be wider than.
Well, we can tape two of them together.
Wait,
too, if
we could do. Yeah, let's tape two together because then what we could do is we could do like a few of these because this is so light. I feel like we could do multiples, right?
Yeah.
Would we want to tape it or?
I'm gonna do both just to be safe.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of weave it around itself.
I was thinking just hooks on each side.
Yeah, that could work. Here, hold that. Let me go get a pair of pliers.
Yeah.
Empty. Who organizes this place?
Bill Duran did. Now you got beef with Bill.
I've had beef with Bill for years.
I have the pliers, by the way. Here, I'll hand them to Nathan. Nathan, will you hold on to these pliers for me? Hand them over to Ryer.
Thank you. Smart ass.
And then you can pinch that. And then,
By that, did you mean me?
boy, isn't that always the way? Here we go. And so then we get these guys like so, and then we can tape it, or?
We'll crimp them together.
Okay. And I guess the reason we're not doing a giant big old farmer's knot is because we want as little weight as possible,
As
right?
little weight, yep. And in fact, this is gaff tape. And
Even that's kind of an extravagant, expensive weight.
I want to use packing tape for everything else because gaff tape is much heavier than shipping tape.
And we just want to try this at the bottom.
We're just trying to hold the bottom of the bag open right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then why don't you take a couple of these pieces of tape and just sort of tape that so it's braced along the inside so it's not going to go anywhere?
And so we're not worried about being super precise on any of this?
No.
Okay.
So while you're doing that, should I make the fuel pouch?
Yes.
I can talk us through
I'll keep doing this, yeah.
All right, so aluminum foil, foil.
Hey, Brits, where'd you find that extra I?
I think aluminium is better.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I too would like to make up how to pronounce words.
Aluminum's the kind of word that like forces you to mumble it.
No, like mnemonic. Mnemonic.
Yeah. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm taking the aluminum, I'm using my fist as a form, making a little basket. Right?
Oh, yep. Which brings us to fuel.
Yeah. So I've got a couple different fuel options, and again, it's gonna come down to weight, because I think for the most part, we're gonna get the same amount of heat out of these things. I also want the flames to be fairly controlled, because obviously this is a big old piece of plastic. Everything I've read about it says to use sterno. My grandpa said he used a tea light, but that sounds really heavy to me.
Yeah.
I have lighter fluid and I have liquid methanol, and we can soak a cotton ball in it.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, well, great.
So now I can hold it like this. If you can figure out how to attach our basket in lines, and I guess we'll just kind of let the flame go so the hot air will suck in, and I think if we do it, if we're lucky, everything will inflate.
Yep.
All right.
think we better just suspend this like via
Yeah,
string?
we're still in the experimentation phase.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we worked very hard here at Modern Rogue, and this has to be funded by pure art and delight and joy. That's why Ryer Appeldoorn created our favorite new lighter, the Torbrenner. That's right, the Torbrenner can be held as an on-demand slam-activated torch. And now, just hold it there, and yep.
Yeah, and this way if it takes off,
Hopefully, this will fill up. I think it's
it
already
looks
happening.
like it's doing it.
I think it's happening.
Here, want to go a little lower so you can hold it from the top and then... Here, I got the
Yeah,
bottom.
you got it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's already working.
Oh my... Whoa!
Okay, all right, so here.
Yeah.
I'll keep this going, and then you can prepare the basket. And just like an actual hot air balloon, I have to shut it off.
Oh.
There we go. Oh, that's awesome.
I didn't think that would do it.
I didn't either.
I thought it would be like, okay.
we thought this would be like a one-note punchline. Oh.
Look at that. That's already really kind of cool just on its own, isn't it?
You can feel the
warm
air in there, yeah.
Yeah. I'm barely touching it.
Fly! Fly! Fire kite! Fly! You beautiful UFO! Go, save it! Oh, tragedy. And it loses that air really fast.
Quickly. Oh, we got a hole in the top.
Oh, that's where the hanger would go.
Of course. Here.
So here.
You just fold it over.
Boy, it's still warm.
Look at that. That's
Okay,
really
here we go.
cool.
Here we go.
Run out of
Oh,
fuel
no, I
already.
need fuel.
It's gonna be hot.
You know what? Screw it. Let's make it an ad for the Torbrenner. You know, the great thing about the Torbrenner is that it uses standard Zippo lighter fluid. Everything is in individually machined pieces. Ooh, that's hot.
I'm gonna kind of hold it on the ground to try and trap as much of that hot air in there as possible.
Obligatory, don't pinch your hands and don't overfill it with fuel. Okay, so now we're not losing the hot air out the top. Although I guess we're also learning a bit about the dynamics of a hot air balloon because they actually have a string that they could pull
Yeah, they have a vent.
to do exactly what was happening naturally.
Did you ever see that movie about the people who went up real high in the balloon and they had to climb on top of it because those vents froze shut?
No way.
Yeah, it was a real story.
Did you hear about the dude that took a lawn chair and just tied a bazillion balloons?
That guy's my hero.
Oh my God. Wow, that guy's racing.
Look at that. Oh wow, it's amazing. Wow, if you don't just let all the hot air out.
It's called the what?
Sky jellyfish. That's great.
Let's go ahead and attach a string to it. There we go. Oh, hot.
We could just light a can of sterno and use that since just have it.
How much does this weigh?
Well, we're not going to suspend the whole thing, but I'm saying if we want to have a sustained fuel source.
Oh, got it. To just kind of hold it over it?
Yeah.
Ah, that's a great idea. Why is this taped up? Did you bring this from somewhere?
No.
Oh.
It appears as if at some point they lost the lid, and so rather than take it off the shelf, they put tape over top of it.
Classy.
Would you like that sterno for me, Brian?
Yes.
Should be good. Going? Yeah,
Really?
it's going.
Oh, it is. Sterno always scares me because it's got them invisible flames.
First steam engine I ever built ran off sterno. And it used to be pink, and I always wanted to eat it.
So what would the dangers be? Normally, everyone is always like, don't try this at home.
You're asking me? I think the big danger is maybe like when the actual flame goes with it.
Oh, you know what the problem with lighting the sterno is?
What?
We can't scoop out a glob of it and put it in the basket.
No, we can blow it out later and take care. We can do that when the time comes.
You can just blow out sterno?
Yeah.
So we're 65 degrees ambient temperature, and I'll shut off the AC so we get nice still air. I'm also gonna get the fire extinguisher.
Should I just let go of it?
Yeah, let's see. So now, keep that string going. Let the string go out. Yeah. Okay, so that gives us an idea. Let's just put an itty-bitty glob of that sterno in there because I think the sterno lasts longer than we expect. We don't want it to go forever.
How do you think would be the best way to suspend the sterno in there? I've got my tray, but I can either use the balsa or I can use string.
Could we take 2 of these piano wires, just crisscross, run it through the boat and run it through the sides?
Sure, I don't see why that shouldn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got tangled.
What we can do is we can just tape that right to the bottom and clip the extra off after. I've always wanted to do this.
Yeah. Have you ever made one, or you only heard about it?
I only had ever heard about it.
It's one of those things where it's like you hear about it, you're like, well, obviously that works, but it really is different when you're actually doing it.
It really is. This is good for when the helium runs out. We can still have fun at parties.
Yeah.
Although that's not true, right? Helium's not running out?
There's a finite amount of helium, and we don't have anything resembling a cost-effective way to make helium here on Earth. Although that is all gonna change the moment we crack fusion, then all of a sudden it's gonna be raining helium. But in the meantime, here's the thing I heard that I thought, there's no possible way this is true. Humans have never, ever run out of a single non-renewable resource because everything gets priced out where it's like, oh no.
Oh, now you can't afford it.
So there are pockets of helium, but as they're needed for scientific use, the price will go high enough that it'll only be used for scientific use, and then fusion will happen and we'll have all the helium.
Oh.
Wait, you got these piano wires.
Well, yeah, but I want a glob, you know?
That's a big glob.
What'd you call me? Yeah, okay, we're going.
Oh, I can already feel it expanding.
Oh, you can hear the bag crinkle as it inflates. It's really weird. We're getting there.
I think that's a damn fine design.
I mean, it's certainly efficient, right?
Well, okay, so at this point, we do have considerably more weight.
Much more.
The fuel, and actually for like rocketry, the biggest problem is the amount of weight that you have to take when you bring your own fuel.
Right. In fact, I'm wondering if you were right, like that was too much fuel. Because I wonder.
Well, and that's the wild part, is like there's not a lot of room for us to trim anything off of the vessel itself, only the fuel, although.
Oh, it's hot in there.
Yeah. Boy, yeah, it's the string. The string is a big problem.
Well, it wasn't a big problem before, right? So.
Yeah, but now we're right on that edge.
That's gonna be hot. I wouldn't touch the center of it. What we might want to try
is a different string?
A different fuel, because we can cut weight there.
Yeah. Then we get to more dangerous.
Because right now you're holding the string right now, and it's still not going up on its own.
Well, and also the sterno, I would imagine as it burns, the whole thing gets lighter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's burning that quickly, and I don't think the solids are burning
I guess sterno is literally made to last a while.
Yeah. So
when you let go, yeah.
I'll prep a cotton ball full of lighter fluid, and we'll try that.
Let's actually just leave it here. Now, let's never forget that that is actively burning right now.
And this is plastic.
Yes. How do you want to put flame in there?
So I want you to saturate that with lighter fluid. While you're doing that, I'll scoop the sterno out.
Okay. Yeah, this is gonna create a really big, tall flame.
Yeah, I think as long as we're prepared for that, I think we'll be okay.
Okay, and we've got the string so it can't get away from us, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the bag.
Okay.
And you're gonna reach in with Torbrenner and ignite it.
Okay, all right.
Because I wanna have as much room for that flame as possible.
Yeah, I agree. Being close to, well, now we're getting into serious, dangerous stuff. Okay, wow. Yeah, that's gonna be a thing.
We're okay.
Holding the string, holding the string. If this catches fire, we're gonna back away and we're just gonna let it burn right here. Whoa! Okay, that's terrifying, that's dangerous. Whoa! I'm so happy we're not doing this outside. Also, that's just flame
bring it down.
Suspended above us. That can rain.
Yeah, we got a big hole in the side now, but look at that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool. It's filling up with the fumes, so it looks really
Oh,
creepy.
no, we got a hole. It's burning itself. So here,
I blow it out?
Wow. No, just let it burn. Let's see how long. We'll get it to a safe area away from, here, can you hold the fire be gone? Wow, Okay, here, if you stay out of the way,
Yeah.
I'll let it go up, as long as it's not over anyone.
That was so immediate.
Look at that. Look at that.
It's kind of beautiful, right?
God, I'm so happy we did this. This sounded so silly and trivial on paper, but it's awesome. What?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yep. We did it! We did it!
Success!
It worked! Everything happened!
I'm genuinely kind of verklempt. That was really cool.
Dude, that's so good. What a great idea. All right, well.
Wow, it's so cool how quickly it reacts.
Yeah, how quickly it fills up.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Light off.
The shadow's really cool too. Like you can see where the heat is going inside it.
Okay, here we go. Here, come over here. Dude.
Get another cotton ball going.
So we'll only get a few seconds on this. And I'm gonna make sure the fuel's off of me. Oh, sorry. I thought it was helping. Summon heat, flame, rise!
Can you hold this up?
Yeah.
I'll take care of the flame there.
Okay. Boy, yeah, it just does it immediately. Should we see if we can repair it?
I'm gonna try and pinch it shut a little bit and see if I can just get a little bit of air in there with that.
Yeah.
I think we're
Yeah,
losing.
well, here, let's see if we can repair it on the fly.
That already, I can tell that already made a huge difference. Whoop, 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 whoop. Careful. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
If I didn't know what was going on, and I looked out my window and I saw that, I think I'd be pretty alarmed.
Well, and so much of like UFO stuff is like, well, it can't be that. That'd be stupid.
Yeah, right.
We're kind of underneath it.
And if we walk backwards very slowly,
Yeah.
we can kind of fly it, right? Like a kite.
See if you can let it. I think it's at.
I think
yeah,
we're-
it's running out of fuel. Now it's coming back down. Wow, that is.
I got it.
Okay. You were saying?
Okay.
And we're done. Ba-da-ba. Brandt! Brandt, we gotta let him know! We gotta let him know! This episode's brought to you by Squarespace. It's your all-in-one platform. It's the perfect way to get the word out about whatever it is you're into. You got your idea, right? It belongs not up here, out there in the world. That's where it belongs, out there in the world. Squarespace. You don't have to know nothing about coding your H, your T's, your M's, your L's, doc type, none of that top-level domains. They can register it for you. Hang on. An easier way to collect payments so you can focus on growing your business? They do invoicing now? Get out. You can sell merch on there. Not only do they have award-winning designs, but oh, it's a dragon. Sir, how long have you used Squarespace, sir? This isn't my wife. They've got 15 years of beautiful designs that are now training LLMs to make your designs even better. Here's what you gotta do. You gotta head on over to squarespace.com/rogue, but you gotta spell it right. I don't know why people don't spell it right. I don't know why it's so hot. Squarespace.com/rogue, give it a free trial. When you fall in love, and that's the problem, you are gonna fall in love with Squarespace. Don't marry it, that's not legal yet. Head on over to Squarespace, give it a free try. Get 10% off by using promo code ROGUE at checkout. Let's say you wanted to do a website about tree climbing. They say the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second best time is squarespace.com/rogue. That's right, give it a free trial. It's gonna be beautiful.
This episode is supported in part by viewers like you over at patreon.com/modernrogue, where we recently published the extended multicam view of our phase cancellation video. I don't know, is it just me, or does that guy seem super handsome and cool and really fun to be around? Anyway, Patreon.
Well, we want to inform you that we're aware of the issue and we are actively investigating.
Ryer, I feel like you got a little bit of a Waluigi aesthetic going today.
My old nemesis, a Waluigi. Was that intentional?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, no, that's great. That's great.